One of the things that I think set Broadmoor High School apart, number one, we're the Fighting Buccaneers. We're proud to be Buccaneers. We are a very diverse population. We're a very close school population, which is a challenge because our students aren't all from the Broadmoor High School neighborhood. Our students come from various areas of Baton Rouge. Even our ESL and ESS student populations, some come from as far as Gardner Lane if they're hearing impaired in coming to our program to work with a certain teacher. So for us to still be a very close school population with a lot of school spirit, we spend a lot of time building community in our school because we are not naturally a community school. But it is, I think Broadmoor proves that it can be done. We are totally focused on academics all day long. We have increased our student activities. We put a lot of time into student government activities and things like that. So I just think it's what sets Broadmoor apart is we go against the grain of what you think most inner city schools are, and we overcome the challenge of not being strictly a community school. I think the most important part is the exposure the students receive, because the diversity that they experience here at Broadmoor High School matches the diversity that they will experience in the workplace. It gives them a broader aspect of being able to work in more places to serve people of different nationalities, different income brackets, different backgrounds, and because they experience it in the classroom every day during the 4 years they're at Broadmoor, when they go into the workplace in similar situations, I feel it'll make them better workers. To be able to interact with people, work in groups with people that are different than they are. So the diversity helps our students definitely after they leave Broadmoor High School.
Right flank, march. Left flank, march. Come right, march. Left, right.
It's an excellent disciplinary tool. It installs discipline, it installs leadership, it gives those individuals a sense of direction. We're not a recruiting tool. We don't bring the students in to recruit them into the Army. It is just to give them options as to whether they want to be in the Army, and a lot of the things that we teach them, a lot of the skills are things that they could use when they go out into their everyday life.
I didn't really have good skills in any of my classes, and now I'm in all honors classes. My grades are great, and ROTC is helping me with presentation skills in all of my classes, so it's excellent.
Well, we're talking about the digestive system, particularly the major organs so far. We'll talk about what I call the accessory organs real soon. But today we're expanding, we're talking about particular disorders with the digestive system, and they get to pick their own disorder, kind of trace through it, talk about causes, and then hopefully the goal is for them to learn what organs are affected and why they're affected, and then the more advanced kids, hopefully they'll get to why those treatments are helping.
Business computer applications, marketing education, internship, principles of marketing. Real-world experiences for them are very important. A lot of times they are actually faced with these decisions.
This class is helping me more because I really didn't know how to use Excel and PowerPoint before that, and that made a lot of the tests that I had a lot harder. But now that I'm working more and more with it, I can do more things according to those programs.
Now we get to chapter 15.
Ms. Guidry is awesome. She doesn't mind doing individual help either. So she's very focused on helping us get what we need. Overall, I love all the extracurricular activities, and I like all my classes.
Music is something that goes across the curriculum. When you study music theory, you're studying mathematics. When the singers, as they learn to sing, they're studying science, physiology. Then they're learning different things about socialization. They're learning a lot of vocabulary that has to do with professional musicianship. So it really covers a great deal of the curriculum.
After Broadmoor, I plan to go to medical school, but I have a passion for performing arts. So dance and theater is kind of what I'm focusing on right now.
From Brazil, from Angola, and from several countries in Central and South America.
I teach Spanish as a second language, yes,
and English as a second language. Today, we have a group of students from different countries, ESL students, English as a second language students, who have don't totally master English. Some of them have just come from their countries and they barely speak any English at all. And this is in the class where they get to become familiar with the English language, the English grammar, English vocabulary. They are young people, so they learn pretty quickly.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Prenez une feuille de papier, s'il vous plaît.
I teach French 1 and 2, and in French 1 we're learning the basics, introducing yourself, having basic conversations, talking about your likes and dislikes. In French 2 we get into a little bit of the tougher grammatical structures like pronouns, past tense, future tense. It really helps the students review their English language skills, because when we study something in French, a lot of times it's very similar, so it's a good way to review that. I'm biased because I've always loved France and I love to travel, so it gives students an opportunity to realize we are not the only people in this world.
I'm a family consumer science teacher. I teach the food and nutrition classes and the family and consumer science 2 classes. They're not just learning to cook, they're learning nutrition, which is very important, especially these days. They need to learn to cook for themselves and to cook for their families in the future. So they learn to cook everything from scratch and things that they can do at home.
I personally believe that it's a hard work sometimes, but you always get used to it. But it's a fun thing to do, and we learn a lot.
I teach sculptural ceramics. I happen to think that this class is really important for the kids because it makes them think three-dimensionally and use a side of their brain that they don't usually use in their other classes. And it's an hour for them to come in and tap their creative side, and instead of just taking in information and giving it back, they really have to think it through and use some higher order thinking skills.
I'm making my face out of clay and I don't know, it makes me more creative because I don't do any other stuff anywhere, so the ceramics.
We totally promote to the students and the parents how rigorous our AP classes are, how rigorous our honors classes are. We have students that are very competitive on the ACT, very competitive with college scholarships, attending Broadmoor. So our academic program is still very rigorous. It's along with the curriculum. We have a strong college preparatory curriculum. We have, the students from here that go to college and are very successful that come to Broadmoor in both our honors and regular classes. So they compete still at district rally against some of the magnet schools and still do very well and are very competitive. So I just think Broadmoor High proves that even though we are not a magnet school, we still have very competitive students who are in honors classes who compete academically with students from anywhere. So we still, are proud to say that our teachers are very highly qualified and our teachers have a standard of challenging our students and preparing them for college.